Hello and welcome to part 18 in this look back at Resident Evil 3. This footage, you may sort of notice in a minute, but I actually have made it so it's actually quite barely noticeable, but you may just notice it. Because originally what I've done is I've cut because I over filmed and I thought this part actually looked a lot better because it shows more things I wanted to show. So that bit there didn't have worms, it actually had spiders. But you'll notice in a minute, I'll tell you when it comes up, I've cut it. And Jill's actually running with a mine thrower, but then as she goes up the ladder into the waste facility, she has a handgun, I think, or she doesn't have anything equipped. But, I mean, personally, I think it's barely noticeable, but it is there. I'm going to have to use a herb, whether I like it or not. Actually, might as well use that one because, yeah. And the reason I kept this part, I continued, I split this into the new footage and the old footage, because it kind of cut off, and I actually thought the other bit I had was still quite sloppy, and I didn't get to show you what I want to show you in a minute, particularly in this part. If you see the lights up the top there, they actually explode if you shoot them. So that's in the last part. I didn't get a chance to do that. There you go. There's the first one. I didn't get the chance to show you that in the other part. I just took the zombies out, and I didn't think it was very good, so I've decided to change that. Only problem is I keep playing with the lights, and I think eventually they catch up with me. Oh, you see that one creeping up behind me? And she's going to get me now. Oh no, she haven't. She haven't. Little Barry Bluevest was going to have me there. Oh, he hasn't. I wouldn't fiddle with the lights, just get running. That's my problem. I like to fiddle about with things, and instead of just, when I'm clear, I should just go. I'm just hoping we don't have any frog hunters. I think they can appear sometimes. I'll get a shotgun just in case. We might be lucky. Oh, I think we are going to be lucky here. No sign of them. We're now really coming into the final part of the game now, so there's not really that much more to go. I actually think there's only one more part. Well, I think filming wise there'd be only one more part, but by the time I broke it down and edited it all, there'll be about 3 more parts as a guess. One thing I need to do as well is I've got the mercenaries to show you, the epilogues, and I'm trying to get hold of it, but I might have to do that a bit later on down the line. I will show you it, but it's just that I need to get around to replaying the game to show you Jill's diary. Something I forgot about, if I'm honest, but I will try and get that for you. Coming up now is the second live action event. Another live action event. I don't know why I said second. This one has a lot of consequences on your ending story. I don't think there actually is a true ending to this game. Nothing's ever been announced that I'm aware of about it. And you don't really find... I mean, the one I've gone for, the one I think makes the most sense. But if I wouldn't have jumped off the bridge, Nemesis would have killed Nikolai. That's the only change. And there are other changes, but I don't want to get into that till the very end part, because I don't really want to spoil it for those who haven't played the game, but for people who have played it will know what I'm talking about. And this cutscene coming up is quite funny. It's not funny, but what I mean is, when you see it, you'll understand what I mean. I'll explain more when it's finished.
Time job.
Thanks, Carlos. I owe you.
Listen closely, Jill. They're going to launch a missile directly into the city as soon as day breaks.
At dawn? But that's only...
I know. We don't have much time left. We have to split up and find a way out of here. And hey, watch out for that traitor Nikolai.
What makes me laugh about that scene is when Carlos is firing that assault rifle. Surely that would have hit Jill. And I love how he manages to hit the zombie that's on the other side that's actually behind Jill, if I'm correct. It's like where he's... Yeah, you'd have to shoot through Jill to get to him. It's a bit... I ain't going to worry about it too much. It's kind of funny. This next puzzle is about changing the water sample. I personally find it quite annoying. Oh, it's not actually about matching the it's not about changing it. It's matching it. I meant to say. You've got to match the water in the facility with what's in the water sample. So it'll unlock the door. I think it's basically just cleaning up the water. So it'll open a certain door that we need to get into. The door actually takes 2 puzzles to unlock. What kind of annoys me about this puzzle? I took a photo on my iPod. It was like because I completed it before trying to unlock some epilogues. So I took a photo, and when I come back to do the puzzle had literally changed. So what I had on my iPod was completely different to what was on the screen. I was like, ah. So this puzzle is actually random. But I kind of like the challenge of this puzzle. When I first really, as I said before, I found it really annoying and frustrating. But now I find it a little bit annoying, but I do like the challenge of it. And I think you just have to have a lot of patience with this one. Because I think the first couple of times I had to keep coming back to it because it was just getting on my nerves. And when I remember when I actually got it right for once, I was like, oh, finally. Then I found out I had to do another puzzle to unlock the other part of the door, which is coming up in a minute, but that one's not as hard. No, it's not. It's a little bit off there. It's usually A and B that's usually the ones you need to change to get it right, but then C obviously can be a factor as well, obviously, but I usually find it's either A or B that's the ones that need to be changed the most. No, that should... Yeah, no, I don't think that's a good idea what I've just done there. I actually should have left it, and I've noticed it watching it back. What I've made, I actually could have got it a bit earlier there, maybe. There's no point in checking that. Oh, I see what I'm doing. I'm moving. See. Yeah, I think it's just one of those puzzles that if you sort of have a bit of trouble, just come back. Always looking good. It's looking very. Ah, thought I had it first time then. Well, obviously not first time, but the first check. But yeah, what I was saying is it's one of those puzzles that you sort of got to keep coming back to. Because it can be a bit frustrating, but I find that hilarious how you can struggle with something and then come back to it like a couple of days or hours or weeks later and you can do it straight away. I find that very hilarious with some games. Oh, I knew them. I thought it was looking... When I seen that one go like 3 bars up, I was like, oh. I think eventually you will get it eventually. You just need to look at how the pattern is, and it's really hard to explain, so yeah. There really isn't much more to go, to be honest, now. As I said, actually, was it this part? I think I did say just now, yeah, earlier when we was coming through the part. There's not much more of this to go. There is something, though, I'm going to have to cut out. You may notice it, but it was just such a waste of time. It was about me messing about for 4 minutes trying to unlock something. I'll quickly show you it, and then I'll just cut it out, so you may notice it, because it's just not fair to leave it in, really. Oh, we're looking good here. Yes. Oh, brilliant, done it. But there's just it's not really fair that I leave it in, if I'm honest. I actually figured out later on how to do it, and let's just say I'm in the room where I am now is where you do it. Basically, there's a secret rocket launcher in the game that you can use on the final boss. And just where we're standing now, the machine over there, you put the key in and it'll make it so you can open it. I didn't realise you could bring it here. I forgot that. So I was kind of annoyed, and I kind of waste 5 minutes trying to figure out why I can't get it open. So I might, if I do, well, I probably will, I'm going to cut that out. So I do apologise for that, looking a bit thing in advance. I'm just trying to think what's in here now. If it's those flea weird things, or the hunters are in here. Do you know, I have realised I haven't actually saved, but I'm going to be a bit risky here and just carry on. I think because I might get an A. Because I don't think I've used any FA sprays. The thing that I think will let me down on getting the A, I might have said before, is me reading the files and where I've had to keep changing discs because my DVD recording discs, the ones that I was using at the time, only had about an hour on them. I think the rewritable ones I've got to have an hour on them actually. So it's kind of annoying that you have to leave the game paused because obviously these games are about 3 hours, maybe more. I mean, it's alright if you can get to a save point within an hour, it's not so bad, but I think it's about an hour and 4 minutes you've got, so when it sort of comes to about 4 minutes, I tend to change them because there's no point in recording for 4 minutes. Problem is, I was trying to be careful with cutscenes because in my look back at Resident Evil 2, there was a bit where Claire met up with Sherry for the second time and it cut the conversation out, so I had to re-record it all. Oh, it's them. I think they're called brain suckers. I just call them weirdos. Actually, I call them target practice. They're so annoying because they take so many shots. Oh, you little swine. And you do sometimes get hunters, you sometimes do get them. The hunters are actually crawling around in that water sometimes. Was that that's the old shotgun ammo? At this point I'm going to take anything because I know what that final boss can be like. The final boss, I don't really want to get into too much, but it is a very, very weird boss. That's all I'm going to say on it for now. Just trying to think where we... Oh, we got to go and do the other puzzle. Just trying to think where it is, because... It's only, I only played it, obviously I played it quite recently to get some of the epilogues, and it's amazing how quickly you forget something. Oh, I didn't see him. Where that zombie just come from is the door we've got to unlock. I think he's toast. Oh yeah, you'll see there's a yellow light in a minute. That light will go green because we've unlocked done the second puzzle. It's not, well, it is a puzzle because you've got to figure out how to change it so you can get past the obstacles. But it's just really all you have to do is press a button on a console thingy to unlock the door. I was just thinking, do I use it or do I keep it? Because I'm just thinking for the final boss, and I thought I'd just use it just to be on the safe side. As I said, there's really not much more to go. I think this is coming up to the end of this part, actually. I think. Oh yeah, just gotta get the ammo disc, and yeah, it's the end of this part. So I'd like to just thank you yet again for watching. It's very much appreciated. And hopefully you will join me for part 19.